and we're ready to rock and roll. So you guys ready to do the show? Let's go. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Unknown Files, first show of 2024. Woo! Oh, wait a minute, I can do better than that. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. I know, settle down, settle down. I know y'all been waiting, the studio audience of ours, man. It's crazy. Hey, we're going to have a fun show for you tonight. We are going to be talking with our good friend Cheryl over at the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. And, all right, why is that fuzzy? Cheryl, you there?
I am here.
All right, how are you? Doing
I'm
good?
good. Yes.
All right. For some reason, that's awful loud on there. Let me turn this down. Go. Give me some checks there, Cheryl.
Check, check, check.
Okay, I think we're good there. So there we go. All right, that sounds better to me. How was your holidays? Everything good?
It was good. Spent
Yeah.
time with my mom down in Florida for Thanksgiving and then stayed up here this year for Christmas with our kids. And
Well, that sounds like fun.
I give my team November and December off.
See, I had to do the same thing because I had to go hunt and film some TV shows. But I missed doing the show. That's for sure. Well,
Yep.
tonight let's talk a little bit about what you guys have been on since we had you on in October. Where you been? What you done? What you find? What you see?
Well, since we were at quarters one, of course, because that's
Yeah.
our local hunt.
Okay, for somebody that's just joining the show for the first time tonight, welcome. Show's brought to you in part by our good friends out at Revelton Distillery in Osceola, Iowa. They are the official spirit of the Unknown File Show. So if someone's just joining us for the first time, Cheryl, tell them where quarters one is and where it's at and why you guys go there.
Yep. So quarters one is located here in Moline, Illinois, on the Rock Island Arsenal. That's our local Army base. And it was built by General Rodman in 18. I want to say, I'm bad on my years right now.
That's
but he built the house. He died in the house. 2 other generals died in the house. So it's a historic house. They let us go in there and play, and we're there almost every month of the year doing public events.
There you go. Hi, Anita Joe. Anita Joe's been waiting for this for a while. She's one of our faithful listeners. Thanks, Anita. I appreciate you. Tell everybody about Illinois Paranormal Research.
Oh, we've been around since 2010.
We've been doing this for so long, Dan.
We've been doing this for so long. It's so old.
I remember when George Washington's ghost came across the river.
That would be neat. But no. We're just a local team located in Moline, Illinois, and we just go out. We have a lot of fun. We go out and investigate for ourselves places we want to go, and we do public events for the Rock Island Arsenal at quarters one almost monthly. So
okay, Ryan Schroeder said to say hi, Cheryl.
Hello, Ryan.
And Shauna's watching. She says ha 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 ha. Rick Seeker, hi buddy, good to see you. I know Rick's been wanting. Hey Rick, in 2 weeks we got a Bigfoot show you're not going to want to miss. Next week's good too, but in 2 weeks we're going to be talking to a guy that was in a fire station in Canada with another ranger, and they had something come up the tower, and it's a great story. It had me going, so you're going to want to not miss that. Hey, before we go any farther, did you Suzanne Summers passed away recently? Did you see that, the actress? You know who Suzanne Summers?
You know what? I think I do know who she is. Yes.
Three's Company. Remember Chrissy from Three's Company? Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
Her husband says that her ghost is all around the house. The fireplace comes on by itself. The music will start playing by itself with her favorite records. He said it's really creeping him out.
He just needs to talk to her.
Yeah. Well,
Give her some advice. Just talk to her.
I can handle the fireplace and I can handle the music, but if the Thigh Master starts working by itself, I'm going to draw the line there, Cheryl.
I've walked through walls of my mother-in-law's perfume before.
Yeah.
My husband tore his ACL playing soccer and he had surgery. And I walked out of my garage, walked through a wall of her perfume, walked into our mudroom on the back porch, walked through another wall of her perfume. I went over to him and I said, please tell your mom that you're okay.
Yeah.
And he just went, okay.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey, Daryl Adams, good to see you, buddy. I got to tell you, there's been some weird things around the house again. I heard a cat again. Now we have a cat. Jenny got a rescue cat, and it hangs down here with me. But it wasn't this cat. I was down here doing some bow work, and the cat was over on the bed sleeping, and I heard a cat. And so that ghost cat's followed me, I guess, from the other house. But
it's possible.
yeah. So that was kind of creepy. But I've been hearing some stuff here and there. But I think with the weather, folks, here's the thing with the weather when it gets really cold, it can contract and constrict your house, your foundation. Things can creak and moan. I think I'm hearing that more. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that tonight. Let's talk a little bit about debunking stuff because did anybody come by and say hi? Did you see an apparition or anything really cool that you couldn't debunk while we were on hiatus?
We debunk things all the time as a team. We go back and forth, let it be a EVP, which is an electronic voice phenomenon where we catch something on our digital recorders. We always make sure that everyone on the team has their recorders going. And I've caught something. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, we got this. And then Amy or someone else in my team will pull their audio. Mm-hmm. And it's someone on another floor talking.
I gotcha.
So it's really important not to put out just anything as evidence because I like to tell our guests who come to our events is probably 90% of things are not paranormal. You can debunk it as being electrical and plumbing about 90% of the time.
Hey, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I didn't mean to stop on you.
Nope, you're good.
Daryl says that we recorded a lot of VIPs at the Al Moon Lab. Yep, Daryl, I know you did, buddy. Cheryl, did you ever check out Tobe Johnson and Daryl? Tobe did a radio show called Strange Brow Radio, and I love that podcast. If you have not listened to that, go find it and listen to it. But they had a place out in the Pacific Northwest. They had a maintenance shed. And Daryl, I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, those guys would put recorders out, and they would hear like the weirdest stuff. And they would hear women talking, and there was no women out there. I'm going to have Daryl and Mark Parker on in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about all that. But check out Tobe's podcast because honestly, I told Toby I don't know why he quit doing that radio because he's doing the Bigfoot movies with Flash of Beauty and all that stuff now. But he's a great radio guy. And I wish he'd keep doing Strange Brow. So,
yep.
And you guys need to do your own podcasts.
I know we keep talking. I'm the old one on the team. Like I'm the old one.
Yeah.
And then I got some youngins. I mean, my daughter's my youngest is on the team. She turns 22 tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Gabi. So they've got this technology and they know how to use it better than I do. I figured out how to sign into Discord by myself today. Daryl's so proud of me.
Daryl says he smelled perfume in areas just like you did, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's so cool. We get that a lot at quarters one, where we'll smell perfume, hear voices, that type of thing. But let me tell you, these little digital recorders, they're the best.
And EMF and stuff, man, I got into a discussion with this guy about Bigfoot the other day. He's a diehard skeptic. And I said, hey, I've been there. I love Bigfoot, but there was no way it's real, And then I started doing the show and I can't say it's real for 100% sure, but I believe like Daryl when Daryl says he's seen him, Scott Taylor, Mark Parker, Arla, who we're going to have on. I believe them because they're just super nice people, and they're not really trying to make money off of it. You know, hey, good
Right.
Naked Buckhead, how you doing, Naked Buckhead? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. That's a guy that makes a really cool mounting system. But the EMF can do a lot of different things. And when him and I were talking, he goes, you know, how many times have you been around, you know, bears and stuff? Bears are bipedal; they can walk. And I said, well, I get that. I've taken 9 bears over the years with my bow. I've been 5 feet from bears a lot of times, so I've got a lot of firsthand accounting with bears. But
Hmm.
if I'm out somewhere and if I'm out and you know, the woods can play tricks on you. And if I see something that's 7 or 8 feet tall and it's got a massive chest and shoulders, that's not a bear. You know, and now it could be a grizzly
Hmm.
bear, but we don't have grizzly bears around here. You know,
Right. Right.
and I think it would be the same thing for ghost hunting too, because you got a lot of different conditions when you go in these buildings. You got dust flying around. You got wind swirl. You
Yep.
know, you got contraction with the building itself. You got boilers going in and out. So you got
Yep.
to go through a lot of different stuff before you can say, "Hey, that's Uncle Fester."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we spend hours digging through audio and video. I'll have to, it's on our TikTok page, but I'll post the video on our Facebook page later on. Um, we were doing video review and we just all gather in my living room and load up our DVR and go through everything. And we're all sitting in one room and all of a sudden you see the chair moved. It like jumped and it's like
Yeah,
it jumps how you would expect it to move if it were paranormal. Just
right.
a sudden jerk. Like we're up, we're like leaning in. I'm like, as if we're going to be able to see more, leaning into the TV. And we probably watched this video for 30 minutes. And then we're like, wait. Watch Chloe's leg. Chloe's foot, she was asleep and her foot hit the chair and pulled it just right. But we were convinced like we had caught the Holy Grail.
Yeah, yeah,
And no,
yeah.
it was Chloe.
Yeah, that's all right. Heidi says happy birthday, Gabby. Let's see. Roger says watching from New York. Thanks, Roger. Appreciate you. Heidi says smelling that cigar smoke and tobacco at the queue was really crazy.
Yeah. Heidi's one of our, we call them they're our groupies. Heidi and Mary and Kristen come to almost every event every single month. And they've experienced a lot of things with us.
Yeah. Now Daryl just posted on there, and I don't know if you can see the messages or not, Cheryl. But Daryl says that they've had a lot of orb show out there as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and orbs. You know, orbs can be
Or
a lot of different things.
orbs are so hard, aren't they?
Yeah, because I mean, how many times? Now Daryl sent me his footage and stuff, and I mean, they actually change color and shape and stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just something not something just flying by, but it
Yep.
actually it's like a pulsar.
Yep.
And I don't.
We debate orbs all the time. We did get, oh, when was it? It was either August or September. It was whenever Chloe's Apple Watch called 911 and we didn't know. And the
Really?
police showed up. And the police showed up.
Oh no! What? I
It
didn't
was
hear. I didn't hear this. When did this
it
happen?
was it was either August or September.
Wow.
And we didn't know it was Chloe's watch at the beginning. We found out later. The cops showed up. And when you're on the arsenal, that's military
Right.
police.
Right. Right.
And they don't go in that house. They're scared of it. But so she had fallen asleep and her phone called 911. Her watch called 911. Well, Ryan, they're like, "Do you have any children here?" We're like, "Just her." And she's six. She was 16 at the time.
Right.
And they're like, "No, like little children." No, it's just her. So they had to take a statement from Ryan. And so we're taking pictures of him like sitting with his head down, like, the look of shame, and got a picture of this elongated orb. And I'm like, okay, well, that's different. Thought nothing of it. The next night, we're watching cameras for an event, and that exact same shaped orb goes across the room to the exact location where he was sitting.
Really? Like
Okay,
like
so
a
we
like,
got
like a chocolate eclair or something?
kind of like that shape,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it was the number one. That's an odd shape. That's an odd shape,
Right.
not typical. But to get a photo of it one night,
Right.
and then actually going across the room in the same location the second night. Okay, what would have been awesome is if we would have had audio to go with it. If there was something, because all of our cameras in our DVR system have audio. If there would have been audio with it, something. But when you have 30 guests in a house, plus the 11 of us, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah. Well, and
And so
you're stirring up a lot of things too. Cheryl,
and
Shauna says spider, not spider.
yep, I think I posted that. I think we talked about Spider Not Spider, where we caught it in the basement, and it's on our Facebook page. We can bump it up.
Okay.
Um, but you, it looks like a spider coming down a web, but there's no web, and then it comes like across the room, and it's a debate on the team whether it's a spider or not a spider. We're like half and half.
Half and half. No spider web though.
No spider web.
Hmm. Well, wouldn't it have a web if it was coming down? Wouldn't there be like a string,
Yes,
a web string?
and there was nothing there.
Really?
Nothing on the
Was
video. It's the weirdest. I'll have to have, I know Gabi's listening. She should be able to go in and bump it up. But
Roger? Do you guys have any haunted places up in New York? I know you guys do up in northern New York with the French Indian Wars and all that. I know you guys got some really creepy places up in there. Cheryl, wouldn't it be
there's
nice to have the budget to go do those things?
yes, everything's so. I mean, we consider ourselves so fortunate that we can use quarters one as a place to study the paranormal
Uh huh.
because it breaks the pseudoscience. We shouldn't
Yeah.
be able to get things to repeat, but I can get things to repeat at this location.
Yeah.
And the ghosts call us out by name.
Shauna says Dan doesn't believe it's a spider already. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, I walk into cobwebs all the time when I'm in the woods, or
Me too. And then they get videos of me like doing
yeah,
karate because I'm clearing the cobweb away.
yeah. But I mean, if a spider normally is coming down when it
And
drops,
it travels like the way it comes and it travels across the room.
yeah,
It's the craziest thing. And spiders don't move how it moved.
right,
It was just really odd.
yeah, that's kind of creepy. So, what about if you guys have been to a place and they say we got stuff moving, and you capture it? I mean, what's some of the protocols that you guys do to see if it's fake or not?
Well, they talk about balls rolling. We'll go in with levels. Is the ground level? So many different things. We check out, you know, is is something off balanced? Was the
Hmm.
wind what were the weather conditions? So many things go into just, I mean, you can't just put something up and say, hey, this is evidence, because like I said earlier, most 90% of the time it's not.
Right.
So it's hard.
Well, what's some of the things that you have caught on video or seen that you went in and did? You took a level. You went and made sure everything was there was no air drafts. Now, see, to me, say like you and I say we all went on an investigation together, and we
Yep.
saw or the claim was there was something moving across the room all the time.
Yep.
I would a level's a great one to pull out.
Yep.
I would also get some cotton seed fibers. You can
Hmm.
buy them for hunting for scent checks and stuff, but you can actually I would take that and I would just drop it and see if there's
Yep.
any airflow. You know,
Yep. We watch how the dust is moving in the cameras. Um, the one thing we have not, I always beg for a door to close. Slam a door.
yeah,
Well, we had a door close,
yeah. I
and
actually seen that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and we tried debunking that for like 45 minutes, and just how it closed so deliberately. And there was no, it's never happened again. We couldn't get it to recreate. Ryan tried slamming the door and it would go and it would stop because the floor isn't level.
Right.
And just the way it closed, it was like,
So you took did you take a plumb bob and see if it was, if it was angled where the inertia of the door itself
yep,
would push it in,
yep.
or like a fan on the other side to see if the wind would do it?
And we, yes, open the windows, see if that would close it. We've tried setting it up, but to get the conditions to be exactly how they were at that exact moment, it's impossible.
Okay. Well,
It's impossible.
orbs are kind of crazy because there's a place over in Illinois, over by Belleville, Illinois, that they used to go down. It was a building. I think the building burnt down, but there was like little caverns underneath the house, and they would have like an orb swirl, like a little tornado come in, and it was just energy, and they had that on video. But I always said I'd have to see that to believe that because it looked like it looked like what do they call a tornado? The dirt devil. It looked like a
Mm-hmm.
dirt devil, but there was orbs in it, and it would follow them around. And that would be kind of a neat phenomenon to see. If I don't know if you ever seen anything like that. I haven't.
No.
Yeah.
Um, Gosh, where were we? Oh, I don't know. Farrar, we had what we think was a spirit stopping. Amy has one of those balls that like spins,
Uh huh.
and we had it stop right in the middle of the floor, which was odd. And there was like a light following it. And we tried getting it to happen again. We couldn't get it to repeat.
Yeah.
That's,
You guys had some EVPs in there too, didn't you?
a
Yeah. For
couple, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
For yeah. It's a fascinating thing. Shadows is another thing. When you go and do an I don't know how many people you. I mean, do you guys go and do a cold investigation? Someone calls you up and says, "Cheryl, my kids aren't sleeping. Something's bumping in the middle of the night." Do you guys go do those calls?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So if someone calls you, how many times are they seeing shadows or something that they can't explain?
Right. We ask them a lot of times, are they being bothered by it? What are you seeing? What are you experiencing? Is everyone in the house experiencing it? Is it just the kids?
Yeah.
Where is there and where's your power box? Where's your circuit breaker box? Because EMF, the electromagnetic field, that messes with people.
Hmm.
EMF sickness is a thing.
Oh no,
And
yeah, I agree 100%. And if the wiring's not done to code and stuff, you got
yep,
very wide exposure. That can
yep.
cause stuff. Jeff Loon says the Pigman ghost is in New York. Jeff. I don't think I've ever heard of the Pigman. Have you, Cheryl?
Neither. No.
That's a new one for me. I'm writing that down, Jeff.
I'm writing it down too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little investigation of that Pigman in New York. I'm gonna have to see what's up with that. Nick says, "Good evening." Thanks, Nick. Good evening to you too, buddy. Tell everybody hi for me, please. Um, shadows to me would be kind of a hard one to debunk because how many times is it just are they like headlights with cars turning and then they're coming through the cracks of the
Yep.
drapes or are the things.
Yep.
Now something that's pure, like a figure peeking around the corner. I've
Hmm.
had a couple of buddies of mine that they've been to like the prison in New York or I'm sorry, Missouri. I think it's in Jeff City. They said
Yep.
that they were actually in there, and they said they swear to God, they were sitting there and they were filming down the cellway, and they actually saw something black. It was just black, peer around the corner, and there was nobody there. Now that would creep me out a little bit.
Yeah. Um, we see a lot of shadows at Edinburgh Manor up in Scotch Grove, Iowa. Um, in the basement of quarters one, we see there's a lot of shadows down there.
Uh huh.
Um, we're careful about, because then we're always looking for, okay, well, what could be causing the shadow play? That type of thing. Like even when we're with the public, we're trying to still debunk everything. So, because
Rick says the Pigman is a Seinfeld episode, also government experiment when Kramer came across. I think I remember that, Rick. They were in the hospital and he accidentally walked in the room. He goes, Jerry, I saw Pigman.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think I
goodness.
remember that. What do you do to help the family get rid of the entities? Anita wants to know.
Okay, well, you can't always. Here's the thing with spirits. If they don't want to leave, they're not going to leave. I have crossed the woman over and that resides in my house
Oh, you got
so
somebody
many
in your
times.
house?
Always, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Um, she, I have escorted her out the door. I have crossed her over. She comes back as long as she's kind. She was pushing people on the stairs for a while. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Um, so, but if kids are involved, those are more, you know, we take those seriously. Kids are more open to things. Kids and invisible friends. But so how we help families is we'll go in and we always warn people ahead of time that us coming in can actually, if it is paranormal, we can make it worse because we're going to teach them how to talk.
Yeah.
And that can actually stir up more activity. What's nice is when we can disprove it. Um, and one private residence, it was all electrical. Her bed was right on top of her circuit breaker box that was in the basement. She was having hallucinations, seeing things, hearing things. She moved her bed to another side of the room and everything stopped.
Well, that's nice. That's an easy
Yeah,
fix.
we had another case where the spirit that was there was the father or the husband of the wife and the daughter that still lived in the house. He just wanted to leave them a message. And he was gone. They've never had another thing. So
So,
sometimes,
how'd you know that? Did you have somebody that was psychic or something with you?
yeah, myself.
Oh, I didn't. Well, see, I didn't know. I
Listen,
didn't.
I don't tell everything.
Yeah. Well, no, that's all right. I just didn't know. So he just said, "Hey, Cheryl, just tell him I'm okay."
We had a lot on audio. Um, I
EVPs,
had
or you heard him
yes,
in your head?
yes. No EVPs.
Okay.
I had dreamt the house ahead of time and had even described furniture in their house. I wrote it all down and gave it to Lindsay, who's our team founder, and like described where furniture was located, where the bedroom was off of where the living room was. I would have no way of knowing any of this.
Right.
And I said, I need to sit between the living room and the bedroom, and that's where he's going to talk. And lo and behold, the bedroom and the living room were right exactly where I drew it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Craziest thing in the world, but
Yeah.
whatever.
No, I think that's neat. See, I've got, I don't know, in my family, I'm about this much Native American on my mother's side. And I love the Native American culture. I'm a Christian. I believe God, Jesus died for my sins, and Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and I believe in the Heavenly Father. But the Native American culture, with the great spirits and the father spirits, and I love that side of humanity. I don't know how else to say it. I've got so much fascination and respect for that culture. When I get a chance to talk to Native Americans and visit with them about that, it's fascinating. And they talk about their shamans and the medicine men. But see, they're connected to that. I mean, when they go,
Yes.
they can pick up an EVP, not an EVP, but they can pick up EMF or portals. You know what a portal is, right?
Yeah.
That's how they based on moving villages. They would look for energy or portals, and that's where they would put the village because of it had medicine in that area, and I
Mhm.
just love listening to that stuff. But when I just think there's so much residual energy that's running around, and
Yes.
I think a lot of the stuff that everybody experiences is residual energy. Now
Yes.
that's just my theory. You know,
Hmm.
Bigfoot.
Yep.
Bigfoot. I can't say 100% that I know it's real. I would love to do that. I keep waiting to have. I want to see and meet the big fellow. I want to so badly, but I know spirits are real because I've talked to you and
Yep.
I've got video at the other house where I've had stuff happen. And I went to the Limp Mansion in St. Louis. I had stuff happen to me there, and I was the only one in the room. And there was no way that could be fixed. I had stuff slide across the floor behind me. I didn't see it, but I heard it, and I turned around. It moved. And I picked it up. There was no magnets or strings or anything in there. It moved. So I know that stuff is real. And I just think a lot of it's residual energy, Cheryl.
Don't
Getting
choke.
choked up. I'm sorry.
I would agree. I mean, think about like in schools, because like we've investigated Sterling High School in Sterling, Illinois. We did a presentation for the school, and then we investigated with the theater department.
Yeah,
That was fun.
I bet that.
Um, bunch of kids. It's fine. Um, but all of the residual energy that kids leave behind in an area. Like you could just feel it like between where the library and the cafeteria, because that's where they travel.
Well, it's
And
like
all of that,
that's why schools have activity.
yeah.
Yeah. Jeff says the Pigman ghost haunts a stretch of road where he was burnt up by a group of teenagers in Angola, New York. That's sad. That's really sad. I'm writing that down. Angola, New York. So, did you write that down, Cheryl?
I did.
Yeah, she's a teacher, folks. She's
I
documenting.
am. Document everything.
Document. Let's see. Quarter. Now, you guys went over. Did you go over to? Did you go to Edinburgh?
Yes, we were there in June and September.
Are you talking to someone when I'm talking to you on the radio?
Gabby's back there.
Gabby, you wait till break to talk to her. Don't interrupt a live interview. Where is your
Right?
etiquette, young lady? Boy, that's two stars against her.
Oh, she said she thought someone had an important question on the feed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's all right. You can interrupt me for that. Anita Joe,
You can interrupt for that.
I'm going to come back and hunt Rich when he's ice fishing. That's funny.
Oh, for me.
Where's the question at? I don't see it. Can she just read you the question?
Yeah. What's the question?
The question is about you helping people.
I answered that question.
No, about how they get removed.
Oh. The question I guess was about how I can help move spirits on.
Okay.
That's for a whole nother show. That takes a lot of patience, and it's a lot of talking and telling them that it's okay to move on. And if they want to, they will. But I honestly, I know God love my in-laws. I had the best in-laws in the world. We lost them within 3 months of each other when they passed. And they come back and forth.
Yeah, that's great. Gabby knows I was just...
come in. Yeah, Gabby, yeah, she's fine.
Okay, she knows I was just teasing her.
Yeah.
I don't want that lady coming across the telecommunication network and hitting me or anything because she thinks I was being mean.
She does have a roll of wrapping paper in her hand. So.
Well, no, that's all right. I just don't want to get in trouble. So, what about burning sage? I bought some sage. Actually, folks, you can get sage on Amazon. You can get ceremonial sage. It comes in 3 things. Now, my Native American...
Don't buy the seed.
Huh?
There's so many people who buy it and they get it and it's all seed.
Oh, no,
you have to remember,
all rolled up in like a white bark.
Okay. So with saging a location, sage clears all energy.
Yeah.
So it can clear negative energy. It can clear positive energy. It clears energy. You have to do it with you have to state what you want it to do. So, it's hard. And sometimes pardon my language, sometimes it can piss off the ghosts a little bit.
Well, I burn it at the house. I took it to every room and I went around and I said,
Yep.
just I want to bless the house and just want positive, good things here. And
Yep.
and then my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm blessing the house." I go, "There's some creepy stuff running around again," and she goes, "Okay." And then she goes, "What is that?" And I said, "It's ceremonial sage." And then I got a friend of mine says, "Yeah, that stuff works great." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to start taking that with me to the turkey and the deer woods because before I go hunting, I'm going to do a little cleansing, and nothing but positive things here from now on."
Right?
Rick
Yep.
said it's very, very good in venison sausage. Sage.
Sage. Right.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
I agree with that. The spice is good. Yeah. Seasoning,
Uh-huh.
however you want to
I
say that.
sage I sage my house all the time. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I was hurting anything because I don't want to
No.
go. I just don't want to go and grab some holy water, or I just,
Right?
Here's the thing. You guys seem like you guys. I don't know if I've asked you this. I've had you on what, 2 or 3 times now. Have you ever came across something that was really malevolent?
No. I look at ghosts how I look at people.
So there's good people and bad people.
And you know immediately if you like somebody or if you don't like somebody, right?
I think that's fair.
And I think that spirits are the exact same way. Like there are good people, bad people, there are good spirits, bad spirits. I think if you were bad when you were living, chances are your spirit's also going to be that way. If you were good, well, your spirit should be good. And then you just know personality wise. I mean,
Yeah.
we know that Colonel King on the at quarters one, he is we are best friends. No, he does not like me.
I thought I was going to say. I thought he didn't like women.
He doesn't like me at all,
Yeah.
but he did. So I do this technique where I do the letters of the alphabet, and when I get to a letter of their name or an answer, they turn on a device. He spelled out COL, Colonel
Yeah.
BF, best friend, because I call him my best friend.
He said BF
He spelled out COL for Colonel,
and then
and
best
then
friend.
B, and then best friend.
Oh, that's kind of unique.
He's got a personality. He's
Well,
got a good
yeah.
sense of humor.
Yeah.
He's got to deal with me like 10 times a year.
Jeff said, "I'm going to use that Saturday morning. This is kind of fun." Hey, Jeff, don't knock it until you try it, buddy.
That's right.
You know, I dream of deer. See, deer haunt me. Deer and the critters, the wall. If I'm getting ready to go on a big walleye trip, I got to tell you this. This is so embarrassing, folks. I'm sorry. I talked to who did I talk to about this the other day? Oh, Arla. I'm going to have Arla on. She's from Oklahoma. I don't know if you've ever seen A Flash of Beauty, the movie about the documentary about Bigfoot and everything. She's in that, and when she was a little girl in Oklahoma, she actually had a juvenile Bigfoot. She said come up next to her and just watch her play. And she talks to him. She calls it mind speak. I mean, she's just a sweet lady, Cheryl. I talked to her for an hour just on the phone. I mean, it's a fascinating conversation. And I said, Arla, I can honestly say I have a hard enough time. My wife can't get me to listen as it is on just talking to me. I don't know about the mind speak thing, but she goes, well, it's like you have a gift, or you're open to that way, and I'm not. I guess I'm blocked. I guess I'm an old blockhead. But she just, I don't know where I was going with this, Cheryl. I was just talking and I just totally went mind. See, this is the bad thing about doing 3 shows a day.
It's a lot
I
of
don't know what
talking.
point I was trying to make, but Arla was saying that. What were we talking about before I said anything? What were we talking about before I said something about Arla?
I,
Did you have school today?
yes, I've dealt with 7 and 8-year-olds all day.
Well, see, there you go. You should be able to relate to me easy. Anyway, the mind speak. That's what I was trying to get.
Yes.
She from a young, and her grandmother knew about the woods people, right? So she could talk to them and communicate. So she gets that. I guess she inherited that ability through her family. That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
100%.
I've talked to so many people about Bigfoot now, and I know we're talking about ghosts, not Bigfoot, but there's, to me, I could see where Bigfoot might be a spiritual thing.
It's actually part of the paranormal realm. Bigfoot, Loch Ness, vampires, all of those things are all part of the paranormal.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about vampires. We're not going to get political on this show, Cheryl. I don't want to talk about things that suck you dry.
Okay.
Blah blah.
No political stuff.
I'm teasing you. I was talking to Cheryl before we came on the air. My wife told me something. Showed me something was pretty funny. So, I got to tell you, you guys, how many people a year do you talk to doing what you guys do? Do you talk to more than a dozen people throughout Illinois and the
Yes.
Midwest?
Yeah. Like just our public events.
Mm-hmm.
We have 30. So our event next weekend, we have 20 guests coming. And then at all of the other events, so we have January, February, March, April, May, August, September, and then 2 in October. 30 guests come to each one of those. So I talked to about 300 people just at events.
Are you guys doing anything for Valentine's Day?
We have an event on February 24th.
See, to me, that would be a kind of a romantic Valentine's thing to go ghost busting for Valentine's Day.
I mean, I completely agree. Ryan has a T-shirt that says he likes romantic walks through haunted houses.
Yeah, see, I think that's awesome. You know, your wife or significant other is a little scared and stuff. They're going to snuggle up against you, and you get to stay close and warm and cuddly. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get you a nice little bottle of wine and have a glass of wine and just, salute.
Right?
Yeah.
We had a different crowd of people in October, because October we do 2 nights, and the Friday night event, all 30 people, they were all brand new, except for our groupies that we call them.
That's all right.
They love it. They love it.
Hey, it's good to have groupies.
Outside of them, the 27 people who had never done anything paranormal before. They said they didn't watch the shows. They saw this advertised and signed up. And then
Heidi,
Saturday night.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
Heidi says I was there the night with the BF.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Shanna says until someone pees in their pants on a date. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't want to have that thing going. Cheryl, hang on real quick. I need to take a real quick break. We'll be right back. I need to pay some bills. We'll be right back. It's the first Unknown File show of 2024. What am I saying? 2024. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys and gins and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey America, when you barbecue, try Cookies barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
All right, welcome back to Unknown Files. We're with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group, and I've got my friend Cheryl with me, and we're just talking a little bit about spirits over in the Midwest and everything else going on. And thanks for everybody watching tonight and all the comments. We appreciate that. Tony, good to see you. Outdoors Dan has groupies. They're just not that good looking. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Good.
Hey, David McIntyre, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for watching tonight. We appreciate you. That's all right. When you get as old as I am, I'm lucky if I can just if my dog loves me. I'm happy if my dog loves me. So that's all right. We are too. Thank you, Rick. So, hey, flashlights. You got anything going on with any new technology? Any specter detectors? Anything new out there that you guys are going to be using?
We did get. Let me grab it.
Uh-oh, she got a specter detector.
I got a new toy. So excited. So excited. The little things.
Now, Cheryl.
Yes.
This is a family show.
Not
Go ahead.
Listen.
I'm just saying. I get a new toy. I always tell people, hey, it's hunting related. So.
It's ghosting related.
All right, go ahead. That's ghosting.
Hey, so it's an EMF detector, but instead of like a light going off, it dings the bell.
Get out of here. Go ahead. Let me see it. Does it light up?
No, it dings. So we'll see if you can hear it.
Okay.
So my computer should set it off.
Okay. The magnetic field from the computer?
Yeah. Yep.
I heard it.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Now where did you get that at? Where'd you get that at?
From Ghost Stop.
Ghost Stop.
Ghost Stop.
So is that like an online site that sells ghost gear?
You got it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I need to get another job now because I want to buy a specter detector.
It's such an expensive hobby.
Oh, are you kidding me? You know how much my socks cost now when I go out? You guys, I'm gonna give you the best little tidbit I could ever give all of you guys in your life. How many times have you been out and your feet get cold on an investigation?
It depends on the season. Like it's gonna be freezing next weekend.
Okay, go to. Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? Go to NorlanderSockCompany.com. These people in Missouri, these sweet people, they make alpaca socks, Cheryl, and they're alpaca wool. And I've been wearing them for about a year now, and my feet do not get cold anymore. And get you some of the heavy duty ones, and I don't care if it's 15, 20 degrees, your feet's not going to get cold if you're wearing those socks.
Okay.
Norlander Sock Company.
Norlanders, I'm writing.
And if you do buy some, put Outdoors Dan 10 in, and you'll get 10% off.
Got it.
I'll tell Stephanie that some ghost hunters from Illinois are going to be calling her.
Right.
That's who the owner is. I'm all about I want everything to be nice and cozy when I'm getting scared.
Right? Like
Hey, Mark.
I bought the hoodie blankets, all.
Yeah.
It gets cold.
It does get cold. Hey, Mark Parker, I actually bought a heated vest this year, Cheryl. I'm sick of being cold. I was out there in it was 15 or 20 below the other day, and I was plowing the snow. We got that snow. Did you guys get snow up there?
25.5 inches of snow.
Yeah, it was just as bad here in Des Moines. And I'm telling you what, that vest saved my life.
It was awful.
Shauna, what is with you?
Nice, Shayna.
Shayna, what is with her? Yeah, she's got a pee fetish, man.
She is on it today. She's going to be working next weekend. It's fine.
That's okay. Now, see, normally when we talk about that, we're talking about scrapes and deer peeing in them and stuff. It's all right.
Or
Mark,
using
I have to have good socks. I got frostbite in my toes. Toes. You're 7. Yeah, well, yeah, Mark, you don't want to do that. You've got to keep your extremities warm. They have heated socks and pants and gloves too. David, I'm all for it, buddy. Man,
Yep.
I don't know why people call me when I'm doing a show, Cheryl.
It's important.
Yeah, I'm telling. They want my discount. That's what it is.
Oh,
So what's going on with you guys? Got something going on next month? You said, and if someone
next weekend.
next
So
weekend,
is
there
the
openings?
27th. It is full.
Oh, you're already full. Well, that's a bummer.
We sold out I posted our January event in like the first week of December, and it was filled in 3 weeks.
That's awesome. What's the next one then?
February 24th. There's a couple spots left for that one. And then we're there, and then we have March and April and May.
You guys should do something around. Isn't there a like revolutionary battlegrounds or something around Illinois? Isn't there something around there?
Well, we have a Civil War prisoner camp.
You guys should go do like a Revolutionary Civil War investigation.
Right? Go drive out to the East Coast.
You know, they won't let you do that at Gettysburg and stuff anymore. You got to do it outside of the park now. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I had a lady, Jolene Riley. Jolene, I hope I got that right. She does ghost tours and stuff in Gettysburg, but you can't do it in the park. You got to do it outside of the park. 'Cause see, to me, that would. I've had a couple of friends of mine that swear they've heard cannon fire from there, and it was in the middle of the night, and that would be very interesting to go check out.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I think Illinois got some revolutionary battleground sites and stuff, if I remember right.
We have a lot of like we have Native American.
Well, you got the mounds in Cahokia.
Yep.
I think it's Cahokia, Illinois, and
in Rock Island, we actually have at I don't know if Amy's on, but we actually have it in one at Lincoln Park in Rock Island. There is a monument because there was a battle there between can't remember who and the Native American tribe.
Okay.
That was here. So
do you guys how far are you from Chicago? 3 hours?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever go out to Resurrection Cemetery or anything out there? I would love to have somebody do an investigation and come back and talk about that.
We've not gone to that one. We've gone to Bachelor's Grove.
Okay.
But have
we talked about that one?
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay.
And I think I'm the only one left on the team who went.
CNR Paranormal Investigators, Illinois Paranormal Group. They are awesome people.
Chris and Ryan are cool.
Yeah, there you go. See, you guys. That's neat that you get together. Most groups don't like each other. You know, I think we should all just get along, don't you?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
We actually have there's a couple of people from another team joining us coming in January. They signed up to come to our event. So,
Shayna, is it?
We should support each other.
Is it Shayna?
Blackhawk State Park also. Yep,
yeah.
Shayna.
Yeah, yep. There you go. Sorry, Shayna, I'm sorry for saying your name wrong at least twice tonight. So, I apologize. I'll get it right. Give me a year or two. I'll get it right, I promise. That's all right. All right.
But other than that, what else are we doing? We're going to the Granger House. That's in Marion, Iowa.
I don't know if I know about the Granger House. What's that?
It's a historic site. The Granger family bought it in 1876, and they lived in it. That stayed in the family for almost 100 years. The last of the Granger family left it in 1973.
Wow!
And then it became a National Historic location in 1976.
Okay.
So we're going there June 1st.
Well, can we have you on again when you're done with that one?
Sure.
Since we're doing video now with you on video and stuff, if you get pictures and stuff next time we have you on, have that ready or like on an iPad or something so we can show the
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice because I'm going to try and do as much video. I like doing this better than just people looking at
Yeah.
me and my deer heads all day. You know,
Right?
I would rather look at the deer heads than me anyway. But it's nicer to have the guest on with us. So yeah, that'd be cool if you could do that for me. And I want to know how
Yeah.
your little bell thing works.
I know we're going to get some videos of it. We have to. So we're changing up some things. You know, we talked about debunking.
Right.
Our lovely phones can set off things. So
EMF.
we're gonna. Yep. So we're gonna make everybody put their phones in airplane mode.
You know, there's something else too. EMF readers, walkie-talkies can set those off too. Because I know a lot of people.
Constantly.
Yeah, they were faking. They were, oh my gosh, look at that EMF spike and stuff, and they were using walkie-talkies to do it. So, yeah, see, that's what I like about you. Yeah, you're genuine about this. So.
Why fake it?
Well, yeah, well, that's what I
mean.
I'm a firm believer in not faking it. I want to know if I'm doing good or not.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Result, you know, and you're not always. Here's the thing, you know, it's just like hunting or fishing. You know, ghost hunting or going out after the big guy. You're not always going to find anything, or
Nope.
You're not always going to get something.
Nope.
And the majority of the time, you don't. Right.
Yes.
So if you got somebody posting stuff every week saying, "Oh, look at this," you know, Sebastian and I were doing this and that. 99% of those time they're full of beans, or as my buddy at Cookies Barbecue says, they're full of BS barbecue sauce.
Yep. I will say though, we get something at quarters one all the time, but those spirits there, they like to talk.
Right. Well, I'm just
They
saying
like
to
to
go to
talk.
different things and stuff. So.
But different places, like when we went to the Villisca Axe Murder House, we had personal experiences, but nothing spectacular.
Well, now Farrar, I've talked to a ton of people that's had stuff at Farrar, and I believe them. You know, I know
Yeah.
them. You know that, but there's some places that are pretty well known that people just.
Farrar is booking again still. They haven't sold it yet. It hasn't.
Well, that's
sold,
good.
So they're booking out, I think, into June.
Well, that's exciting.
So
Yeah,
that was
All
fun
right.
to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, someone wants to get a hold of you guys. What's the best way for them to do it?
Our Facebook page, Illinois Paranormal Research Group. Send us a message there. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere.
Yeah. You guys going to be
We're
selling
everywhere.
T-shirts soon?
You know, we had our groupies asked, are we going to get some groupie shirts? We're working on some T-shirts.
I would say we have
team stuff.
Yeah, I know. You need to get some shirts that says "We got spirit." Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? You know, come on. I mean, have some fun with it.
We're working on it. Our new emblem has Ghost Ryan.
Ghost Ryan on it.
Ghost Ryan.
There you go. All right, we're gonna get out of here because I'm out of material and I'm dry as it is. And you got kids to go take care of tomorrow.
That's right, because we had all those snow days because our e-learning didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. All right,
No.
All right. Tell everybody where they can see you one more time, please.
On Facebook at Illinois Paranormal Research Group, on TikTok at IL Paranormal Research Group, on YouTube at ILPRG.
All right. Shayna says ghost bait T-shirts.
Yes, Shayna, ghost bait T-shirts. Shayna and I have matching T-shirts that say this is some boo sheet.
That's funny. Cheryl, thank you so much. I always appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Thank you. There she
bye-bye.
goes. Bye-bye. There she goes. Cheryl from the Illinois Paranormal Group. I am going to get out of here. Thanks for spending an hour with us. We'll be back again next week, God willing. If you need anything, just message me here on Unknown Files, or you can go to Dan Young or the Outdoor Call Radio app Facebook page, or you can go to the OutdoorCallRadio.com website. My email's right there. Let me know what's going on. Rick, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. Thanks, Anita. Guys, everybody be safe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. I'm going to get out of here and say good night.